Happy Friday. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio here on this January 17th. The country's corn production is down while soybean production is up. According to the 2024 Crop Production Annual Summary released this week by the USDA's National Agriculture Statistics Service, corn growers in the U.S. produced 14.9 billion bushels in 2024. It's a number that's down 3% from 2023. But corn yield hit a record high of 179 3 bushel per acre, and soybean production, hit 4.37 billion bushels. That's up 5% from just 2023. The average soybean yield estimated at 50.7 bushels per acre. Again, this is according to data released this week by the USDA. And in more tragic news, yesterday the Nebraska Department of Transportation releasing some numbers regarding traffic deaths in 2024, showing an increase for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Just in December, there were 17 traffic fatalities in the month, beginning with that's bringing the 2024 total up to 251 deaths, the most since 2007, which had 256. The deaths happened between 223 separate crashes throughout all of last year. And just last month, December, the 17 deaths, only 3 of those were wearing seatbelts at the time of their collisions. The Nebraska Department of Environment and Energy has released their report after a study was conducted focused on nitrates in drinking water. According to the report, prominent hotspots for nitrates in groundwater include areas along Upper Elkhorn, Lower Loop, and Central Platte River basins. The NDEE also says more than 4,500 nitrate test kits were requested by private domestic well owners, and the results were reported for nearly 3,400 of them, the most of any single year on record thus far. You can find the full report and additional resources on NDEE's website. In national news, the FDA has banned the use of red dye number 3 in food, beverages, and drugs. This comes after 3 decades of scientists linking the dye to cancer in animals. Red dye number 3 is synthetic color additive made and used in foods and making drinks color red. Manufacturers have until January 2027 to reformulate their products. The requirement also is to apply foods imported into the U.S. And lastly, in a little bit of lighter news in the midst of the peak cold and flu season, chicken noodle soup is an age-old remedy, right? But now Progresso is making it even easier for soup lovers to get the feeling that comes from eating soup. With traditional chicken noodle soup drops, Progresso says that it's soup that you can suck on. The hard candy tastes similar to their soups. This limited edition item is only available here throughout the month of January. You can purchase them at ProgressoSoupsDrops.com. 20 drops come in a container that looks like a soup can, and it's accompanied by an actual can of the traditional chicken noodle soup. The cost of both is just $2.49 plus about $1 or so for shipping. Checking the 7-day forecast, you can see favorable temperatures today, but it will be awfully breezy. Then we get into much more wintry weather. 21 is going to be the high tomorrow. It's going to be quite the shock after we were spoiled this week with seasonably warm temperatures, but it's going to get even cooler from there with highs only in the teens for Sunday and Monday. A little bit warmer on Tuesday, and then we may get back above freezing by the time we roll into the middle of next work week.